attorney.
Welcome back. Let us continue. Oh boy. So much drama. This one. Yeah. Also, let me lower the volume on my end a bit. Maybe there. Oh boy, Michelle. Can we? Yeah, we can't see anything. Yeah. Switching to his POV. Okay. The house was, as it always had been, wrapped in a thick silence. Oh, maybe this is the, well, I don't know. Giselle's shadow, which had been lurking in the halls for about a month, was nowhere to be found. She hadn't come back since running off that day. My secret was still safe. Her efforts had, in the end, all been for naught. Back to the way things were. But despite my mind telling me that it was for the best, I felt a kind of guilt seething in the back of my chest. And any attempt to figure out why only made me feel worse. Okay. So you maybe cared after all? But the look on her face then.
Please, hear me out. I didn't know anything about you. I wasn't sniffing around or trying to bring you harm in any way.
Yeah, that was a haunting scene. Was that really her just putting on an act because I revealed her scheming? She was screaming though, and she looked genuinely terrified when she knocked my hand away. I'm not falling for anything. I feel like I know that frenzied panic. Something doesn't add up. Be quiet. Oh? Yeah, no. He's just, yeah. Can't really have a piece of his own mind. Yeah. Trying to suppress his own other thoughts. Yeah. Silence, please. My head was pounding beyond belief. I couldn't stand anything. This world, the creature I was, the witch's whisperings. Yeah. The archangel looking down upon me seemed to be cackling from somewhere far out of reach. So, for whatever it was worth, to escape from his gaze, I once again drew the drapes over the stained glass window. Yeah, Michelle's struggling on his own. Meanwhile, Giselle...
Wow, it's someone new. Hey, where you from? You gonna be here long? Are you?
We hardly ever get visitors here, so they're downright awestruck by you. You'll be getting a lot of attention for a little, but please don't let it get to you.
No, that's just fine. I'll do my best to get along with everyone.
You've got a spark in you that wasn't there yesterday. Anything in particular that cheered you up?
In particular, once I decided I was going to stay here, I just sort of started feeling better about things. And I figured I couldn't stay gloomy forever.
I see. Well, glad to hear it.
And it's all thanks to you, Amity.
Keep thanking me like that and my cheeks might get stuck red. In any event, I said I'd show you around yesterday, so how about we do that?
Yeah, lead the way.
That said, we're a modest little village of about 100. Everyone knows everyone.
For that size, it looks pretty big to me. Amity taking the lead. We walked through the village, passing by crop fields and milk cows, presumably shared among the villagers. Houses were scattered across an area that seemed far too large for only 100 people.
Yeah, that makes me even more suspicious, or lean even more towards my initial idea of them being cannibals, eating away the villagers slowly or sacrificing them, but we'll see. Maybe they just, poor little village with not that much outside connection, so, not everyone is gonna make it through every year.
Actually, getting a better look at them, the buildings were dilapidated, looking more like ruins than residences.
Once upon a time, this was a city rather than a village.
When your ancestors lived here?
Oh, no. We were drifters, fortunate enough to come across some decent looking land, so we stuck around.
How do you know what it was like before, then?
There were a few stone tablets left behind, and based on what we were able to extract from their texts, this area used to be a large city with a booming economy rivaling that of the capital. Huh. I mean, sure. There weren't hundreds, but thousands of people bustling about. Merchants from afar came in droves. It was much like how the capital is now. Actually, this area was much more open to foreigners. People of all different races, speaking as many different languages. It was evidently quite the sight and sound.
I had no idea there was a city here.
That's what happens when a place is wiped from history. Ooh. I couldn't tell you how reliable the tablets are, but if you take them at their word, this city lost everything in just a single week.
What?
I'm not exactly sure about the timeline, but would this be the Black Plague? Maybe. People, crops, livestock, all dead. Maybe it was a natural disaster, a famine, a plague. I can't say for sure. This is what the tablet said, though. Whoa! I want to go back and look at that split-second thing, but we'll do it afterwards, maybe. We have been cursed by the witch. Yeah. Oh boy.
Cursed by the witch?
Look over there. You see that river? There used to be a magnificent bridge crossing it, but there's hardly anything left of it. If you continue along the path beyond the fallen bridge, there's a forest. that's where I found you. Hmm.
Uh,
The deeper parts of the forest are so dense you can't see anything but tree trunks and leaves. It's an eerie place, wrapped in a cloud of darkness. If you make it through that, there's a mansion, which is said to be cursed. The witch who supposedly destroyed the city lives in the house deep in the forest. She's been there for years and years and years, and she casts her curse on anyone who goes near it. The city was so large that the mansion was actually in its borders. My guess is the bridge was built to mark the road leading to it. Maybe. Now, as you can see, the bridge is gone and the houses still standing are practically in ruins. But the mansion alone looks just as it did back then. The witch living in the mansion goes by the name Morgana. According to the records, someone by that same name was executed in this area for witchcraft. Huh. Okay. And even in death, she continues to bear her grudge against mankind. Who knows how much of it is true, though? Truth or fiction, the story has taken root in this region. The city's history may be lost, but the legend of the witch continues to be told. Sure. I like the music in the background. People have a tendency to keep stories alive that scare them. Yeah. Good for teaching lessons. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you.
No, I'm fine.
You're best staying away from the mansion in the forest, at any rate. There's no saying what might happen if curiosity gets the better of you. Better safe than sorry, if you'd ask me. Aside from the mansion, this is as peaceful a village as you'll find. I don't know where you came from, but I'm glad you didn't end up wandering up there. Yeah, about that.
I know all about the mansion and who lives there. I was there, after all, with Michelle for a full month. But I don't remember any cursed witch.
Wait. Did Michelle never mention Morgana or the witch to Giselle in this door? Huh. Is that true? Is my dementia kicking in? Dementia gaming. Holy. Huh. Okay. I mean, sure. If you say so, or maybe you've been made to forget. Okay.
Just a man with a bone-chilling glare. Maybe the rumors about a witch living there were spread by him.
I mean, he does praise the witch's gospel.
Or perhaps even his family. I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
But none of that matters to me anymore. I am never going anywhere near that house anymore. Again. The witch's curse, Michelle, they're nothing to me. With nowhere else to go, I ended up in this small village. There was no denying that there was very little to speak of here. But I found peace in that nothingness. I couldn't have been more blessed that such a kind man had found me and welcomed me into his village. The village ran entirely on its own crops and livestock. They had no currency, merely bartered among themselves. Coming from a merchant's family, everything felt so new. Yeah. What if this village actually just ends up being... I mean, my sinister idea is just, I don't know, the more negative or more, I guess, I don't know, yeah, negative side of me, just thinking all the bad things. But like, it could be that this village is actually really nice and Giselle gets a break here. And then something else, a third party or Michelle, come and disrupt this peace. We'll see. I had never plowed a large plot of land, milked a cow, or used a loom before. Loom. At first, I wasn't sure what to think, being such a departure from my lifestyle in the capital. But over time, I grew more comfortable with my new life, and the people of the village started thinking of me as one of them. Okay. Come on, Giselle, come play with us. We're playing hide and seek today. Can't, sorry. I'm spinning yarn. You can do that later. Come play with us. Come on, play with us. Stop that. Don't pull my skirt. Oh, alright. You win. When I'm done with this, I'll join you. And no ditching. We'll be down at the square, okay? Got it. See you there. The kids have taken quite a liking to you. Ah, Amity. You think so? They've been incredibly lively since you arrived. Children are more sensitive than adults. Sensitive? They're very perceptive of how others are feeling. If you begrudgingly play along, they'll pick up on that quickly. You like children, and that's a wonderful thing. There's not a good woman in the world who dislikes children. Why, thank you. I don't think it's so much that I like them, as I'm kind of a big kid myself. I genuinely enjoy hide and seek, Yosef. But that's not going to earn me any points. Hey, I like kids too. Watching them, it gives me faith that this world has a bright future. A bright future. I'd never looked at them that way, yeah. They seem to like you quite a bit too, Amity. Well, thanks. Though I'd rather give my affection to my own kids. Oh, you have children? Oh, heavens no, I thought that was obvious enough. I'm talking about the future. I see. But knowing you, Amity, I'm sure you'll find someone right for you and have kids of your own in no time. It's not that easy, sadly. Even in such a small village, there are no ladies who would take interest in me. Yo, suddenly Amity X Giselle romance? You don't give yourself enough credit. I'm fully confident you'll find someone soon enough. Do you really think so? Absolutely. Then perhaps you could be that person? Pardon? I won't pressure you into it, of course, but I think it would be marvelous to have you in my life in a bigger way. But it's a little soon for me to think about settling down like that. It is pretty sudden, I admit. Smooth operator. Take all the time you need to consider it. All right. I have to go play with the kids now. I'll have fun. I wonder if he really meant it. Amity is a nice fellow, and I'm sure living here would be wonderful. But I can't help feeling something isn't right here. Why am I thinking about him now of all times? Yeah, can't get Michelle out of your mind, huh? That man has no redeemable qualities. Not one. As it turned out, Amity was serious about his proposition, and he brought it up every time we ran into each other. Unable to give him an answer, I found myself constantly apologizing to him. Soon, winter started giving way to spring. On a day when the air still had a brisk winter bite, and budding seedlings battled to break through the earth, the seams holding the village together began to come loose. Uh-oh. That day, the village men were gathered in the square, talking. They all had stern looks on their faces. It was clear that something had happened. I obviously couldn't stick my head in, so I waited until they were done and caught Amity. While it was rather awkward, I was still more comfortable asking him for information than anyone else. Actually, with a dejected look on his face, he started explaining. Ooh, this track, this piano kinda reminds me of Monogatari, of all things. Nope, never mind, not anymore. I Lord found about this village. What? And he said he's going to place this land under his rule. Meaning he'll start collecting taxes. In addition, he's also demanding we pay 5 years worth of back taxes for our unauthorized use of the land. What? That's ridiculous. Yes, it most certainly is. We obviously don't have the means to pay 5 years as taxes. There's no reason for him to take over this village at all. We're completely isolated from the surrounding area after all. But if we resist, he could send soldiers. It doesn't matter how absurd his claim to the village is. We have no choice but to comply. That's terrible. Yeah, take a sip. It is terrible indeed. What are we going to do then?
We're going to do as the Lord demands. The 5 years' taxes will have to be paid in installments. Some of the men suggested we abandon the land and find somewhere else. But it would take time to cultivate the land and plant new crops, yeah. It's no trivial task. We'll just have to make do with these changes. We'll use more of the land to grow and try to be more efficient. Will you help in the fields?
Oh, of course. This village is my home now too.
Thank you, Giselle. It will be difficult, but if we all pitch in, I'm sure we can get through this. Hopefully. What if the lord that found about them was Michelle's family?
I thought the same thing.
Also, let me just check. I doubt there's any more. Yeah, there hasn't been in a while anymore. Morgana here, but sure.
I thought the same thing. If we all worked together, we could make it through this rough patch. But the collection of taxes brought more than just a burden for everyone to share. It brought emotional strain and conflict to the village too.
Whoa, a flash. Didn't see at all, just a bright flash.
Your family has more hands to work the fields. I have sickly child. A sickly child. You expect him to work any harder than he is?
I know you're hiding grain in your cellar.
You have more than us. Let us keep a little grain.
You have more.
No, you have more. You both have more than us. When their comfortable lives fell under attack, the villagers' top priority became their own property. The cooperation was only temporary, and before long, everyone became a threat. The negative energy only built on itself, its growth accelerating like a boulder rolling down a hill. And it wasn't long before their sights fell on me, the outsider,
taking precious resources, eating precious food. Come on, get moving.
Ow, stop that! Why are you doing this?
I'll stop once you've told us everything.
Told you what? One morning, a man dragged me from my house and took me to the square. There, the entire rest of the village was gathered, all eyes on me. What's this about?
Oh, don't play stupid. We all know it was you.
What was me?
The thief.
Mehdi? From the crowd appeared someone I know quite well. The ever-affable village representative. The man who had saved my life. But in his eyes now,
I thought you were better than that. I wonder if Amity himself stole something and is now placing the blame on her, or if it just was one of the random villagers. Or maybe this is all just a pretense, And nothing was actually stolen, but
Was contempt, anger, scorn. So many different shades of negativity. I recognized what I saw in his glare immediately as someone who had been subjected to those looks before.
Yeah. From the Bollinger family, plus Michelle at that last moment.
But why? For what reason was he looking at me like that? I couldn't make sense what was happening. So I just stood there, stupefied.
There's been a rise in reports of people having things stolen lately. This village is too small to attract bandits, though. Since the Lord now demands we pay him taxes, even the smallest item lost can have a dramatic impact on a family's living conditions. What you've done is no joke.
Wait just a second. I haven't stolen anything. Why do you think I...
You have been seen in the act.
What?
So long as there is testimony against you, your guilt is assured.
Who says they saw me? I swear I didn't do anything. They're obviously lying.
You're the one who's lying. You've been playing us for fools this whole time.
Everything was fine until you showed up.
We managed to not get found until you showed up.
No, that's not my fault.
Giselle, apologize to the village and return what you've taken.
Amity, don't you believe me?
There were multiple witnesses. Several different people saw you stealing. I've known these people long enough to be family, and I trust them like family too. They are not liars.
But, no, they are framing me. I didn't steal anything, I swear.
Framing you? How you want to put this on us, woman? Unbelievable! Have you forgotten we welcomed you into our village?
Amity, please believe me. You of all people should believe me.
You've been avoiding me of late, haven't you?
What?
Because you had something to hide, correct?
No,
What other reason could you have to avoid me?
Why? How can he say these things? Why won't he believe me?
Now, return the things you've stolen.
I can't. I never stole anything. How am I supposed to return something I don't have?
I see. So, you've already moved the stolen goods. She said she doesn't have them anymore, folks. How should we deal with this? Rough her up till she talks.
Yeah, she's not getting off that easy. Give us back our property. Why is this happening to me? The harsh new rulership has driven these people mad. I need to get away from this village, quick.
Restrain her.
No, get your hands off me.
Have you forgotten everything we've done for you? All that matters is that you don't have to suffer. Is that it?
I didn't do anything.
Take her to my house. We'll make her tell us everything.
No! Stop! You've all gone mad. Please, come to your senses.
It could be that the mansion's influence is like reaching this far, or because Giselle was a kind of the part of the mansion for so long, because she came here, that kind of influenced the villagers. Like the mansion's influence is has kind of rubbed off on Giselle, maybe. That's a possibility. Or, you know, like she's saying, it's a framing thing. Wait, did I read the, yeah.
With men on all four sides of me, I was dragged into Amedee's house. He sat coolly in a chair and they shoved me to my knees before him.
I'll ask you this one more time, Giselle. Where did you put the things you stole?
And I'll keep giving you the same answer. I didn't take anything from anyone. Please believe me.
Do you swear with God as your witness?
I do. I swear with all my heart.
You don't actually believe her, do you, Amity? She not only sold us out to a lord, she's now threatening to make our lives downright impossible.
Again, that's just a coincidence. Listen to me, Amity.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the woman hath committed 3 sins. She hath lied. She has lied. She has stolen. And she has betrayed her fellow man.
Why are you doing this, Amity? You were such a good man.
I am deeply disappointed in you, Giselle. As much as I don't want you to do this, as much as I don't want to do this, I have to get the truth from you.
Amity. Of course. Why didn't I see it? I'm still just an outsider to them. Why would he believe a stranger's words over the word of the village? His family.
The water. Waterboarding. Or water torture, yeah.
What? A man set a wooden well bucket on the floor in front of me. And it wasn't clean water from the well, though, but grimy, murky wastewater. Ugh. I reflexively turned my head from the stench, but the man behind me grabbed me by the hair. And before I had a chance to realize what was happening, the world around me went brown. I struggled with all my might to break free, but my arms were tied behind my back, and I didn't have the strength to overpower the man who was holding my head down. Reflexively gasping for air, a stream of filthy water poured into my mouth. Ugh.
Pull her out. We get nothing if she dies. Put her back in and keep at it until she decides she's ready to talk.
No.
How unsightly. And to think I ever considered marrying this woman.
Stop!
We can stop whenever you want, Giselle. You just have to tell us the truth.
Please. Help! Stop!
Oh my god. Poor Giselle.
I was given no time to rest. My head shoved into the bucket, then pulled out just long enough for me to steal a breath before going back in over and over again. Not a person in that room objected to the abuse I was receiving. I had prayed for a good harvest with these people. They had taught me how to use a loom, something I had never touched before. We had laughed together, lived together. They were normal people, perfectly ordinary, kind, helpful, friendly people. Not at all cruel or inhumane. But now they burned with a frenzy that overshadowed all my memories of them. And every gargle, gasp, and grunt they got from me fueled that fire. Dozens of eyes laced with madness stared down upon me, rejoicing at my suffering. My consciousness was slipping away from me. I thought I could hear laughing and chattering, but it all passed through my ears as mere noise, nothing I could make sense of.
Alright. Stay with us. Stay with me.
Matty.
Oh, thank goodness you're awake.
Wait, what was I just doing? Right. I was in the
Whoa. No. Wait. No. What are we doing, game? Stop. Okay. Maybe she's just confused. Let's see where this goes, okay? Yeah.
Right. I was in the forest, on the verge of death. Then Amity... No, wait, yeah. Then Amity found me and...
We almost lost valuable manpower there. We were just discussing what to do about you, Giselle. And we decided to make you village property. Holy slavery. Okay, yeah. For a second there, I was kinda like, whoa, what are we time looping now? But no. She just blacked out and was reminiscing. Or when she came to, she was thinking what was happening where she was. Yeah. Huh. Welp. Slave time, I guess.
No, it didn't save me.
Found me and... yeah. If you agree to work for us, we'll put this whole nasty mess behind us. You may be worthless in the fields and terrible with a loom, but there's plenty you can help with. Oh my god.
Well, what are you going to make me do?
I mean, we can hope it's just like cleaning houses or like, you know, helping with chores. But I think we all have an idea where this is going.
You like to get your hands dirty. And considering I found you half dead in the forest, I doubt the rest of you is any cleaner. Holy. Maddie. It seems we've come to an agreement. I'll keep watch over her starting today, to make sure she stays in line and doesn't steal anything else. Bertie stays in line. The way they are looking at me. They didn't have to spell it out. No. Anything but that. Please have mercy. If you're begging for mercy, that means you know you've done something wrong. Let's see. There is one way, Giselle. What? Give back what you stole, naturally. But if you're going to insist that's not possible, then bring us something of equal value. Oh, like infiltrate the castle and steal one of Michelle's monthly boxes and make his suspicions grow even stronger of you? Great. And if you can't do that, then your life belongs to the village. The men were cackling. They knew I couldn't do it, and they were enjoying watching me squirm. Take your big pick, Giselle. Something of equal value. If I can get that, then you'll set me free. Flash, yeah. In that moment, a little bit of darkness bubbled up in my heart. Something maleficent whispered in my ear. If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture. Okay, yeah, just the furniture, but I was more so thinking of the monthly food box. But sure. There's a village not far from here. Trade it for food, then make your way to a larger town. I think I know where you can get something worth some money. The mansion in the forest has some fairly valuable furniture in it. Yeah, but was that really a good thing to mention? Now they think that you came from the mansion, or rather, no, I guess. But think you came from the mansion and will blame everything on that you're a witch or something. And that kind of would tie to how Door 4 started. Oh God. When did I become? You can steal some of that to sell for good money. Such a despicable woman. You mean the cursed mansion? You expect us to go there? Are you out of your mind? Anyone who goes near that house is killed by the witch's curse. There is no witch living there. There is no curse. Giselle, what do you know about that mansion? I lived there for a while. Well, for a month. You... what? The son of a noble lives there. He's human, and he's alone. A noble? What's a noble boy doing this far from the city? I presume he was banished there. I was sent to the mansion from the capital to act as his servant.
Okay, we're telling the whole story.
There was plenty of value in the house. Shelves lined with books. There should be more than enough to pay the Lord 5 years' worth of taxes.
Is what you're saying true? Okay, seems like they are taking it as a positive kind of salvation thing.
I would not lie. As bewilderment spread through Amity's house, I was unable to look at anything but the floor. I couldn't stop trembling. To protect myself, I had sold out Michelle.
You swear there's just a single man living in that house?
Yes, it's only him.
All right. If it turns out you're lying, you'll pay. Okay, everyone, you heard her. Tell all the young men to get ready. We're going up to the mansion in the forest. And just to be safe, make sure everyone brings something they can use as a weapon. Yeah. This is door 2 and door 4 all over again. Oh boy. And you, Giselle. She's gonna go in first, trying to deceive Michelle, or you're coming with us. You'll be leading the way. Listen to me. Don't think about trying to run.
Right.
Oh boy.
On the cusp of springtime, I found myself trekking through the dreary forest I had thought I would never set foot in again.
Or maybe this is from Michelle POV, I don't know.
How had I ended up here? How come I could never manage to avoid getting myself in these situations?
Yeah, Giselle.
And who would have guessed that my reason for returning to the mansion would be to loot it? I prayed for God to show even a little mercy and ensure Michelle wasn't around.
Like, what if they actually, like, without any conflict or confrontation, managed to successfully loot the house, take all the books, but when they go to sell them or try to pay the tribute as the books, with the books, the 5 years worth of tax money, what if it's actually Michelle's family and, they realize that those are books we have sent to our son. What the fuck has happened here? And then that leads to a whole new conflict. That could be not cool, but interesting, I guess, yeah. I could see the story going that way, but we'll see.
Though I knew the chances of that happening were almost zero.
Yeah, most likely there's gonna be a conflict with Michelle.
After several hours of walking, we broke through the thick woods and the mansion appeared before us. Like its surroundings, the house was bleak and uninviting. Even the midday sun seemed disinterested in shining its light upon it. Despite, on the surface, there not being much of anything impressive about it, the entire mob stood speechless before its overwhelming presence.
Yeah.
But the men had weapons, and they were fueled by avarice, which gave them the courage to approach this place they wouldn't normally otherwise.
Yeah. So door 4 ended with villagers barging in, supposedly there to kill Giselle, who was being accused of being a witch. And yeah, but in reality, the villagers barged in with Giselle to loot the house. Yeah. I wonder if this will end the same way, with Michelle still dying or being at least stabbed or something. Door won't open. I think it's barred from the inside. It would seem someone really does live in this cursed place. I'm honestly surprised. Even more so that it's not a witch, but just a noble. The door's old. We could break it down. Yeah, let's bust it down.
Hold on. There's no need to be barbaric. Did you even consider knocking on the door like a normal people?
Yeah, totally.
You sound like a band of thieves.
That's something else coming from you. Wait, who do you think proposed this plan? Giselle? You? Alright, man. You're ready to... You ready for lives of luxury? Break down that door.
Stop it.
It's the damn nobles who make our lives so hard. They deserve to be robbed. Break it, break down the door.
Please, stop this.
Ooh. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
Stop.
Ooh. All their repressed emotions detonated. They battered the door again and again and again. And in a few minutes' time, it was on the verge of collapse. They shouted and cheered hooted like madmen, as my peaceful life came crumbling down around me. Growing lightheaded from the anxiety, I squeezed my eyes shut, unable to bear it any longer. When the deep groan of a door opening echoed through the forest. Ooh, this soundtrack. Is this a new one? Not sure. Very cool, very captivating, very ethereal. Okay. When a deep groan of a door opening echoed through the forest. So, yeah. Michelle. I think we're gonna leave it here. It's kinda in the middle of the scene, but I feel like there's decent amount of content for this conflict going next time. So yeah, we'll end it here. Kind of a cliffhanger, sorry about that, but yeah. Okay, we'll see if any of my ideas that I mentioned during this one are gonna come true in any way. Like with the well, no. Some of them are probably not gonna come through, like the village being a bunch of cannibals or something. That was just a random wild idea. But we'll see if the Lord who governs this area now is the Bollingers. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. And we'll see how this conflict ends. Will Michelle die here, or what will happen? Yeah. Interesting, anyways. Okay, Patreon, early access up to 2 weeks, link down in the description. Cool. See ya.